And can you guys see that? Can somebody just nod if you can see it? Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. I love you. All right, guys. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about announcements, right? So I don't remember what group it was in, but somebody was saying that they are getting no's because they have people that are like, I want to go to the gym. Here's the thing. People like the gym. They like going to the gym. They like being gym rats. They like, you know, their routine at the gym. They follow the gym for 1 month and they're done. Remember that even though we have great workout programs, our lead is really with Shakeology. It's with nutrition. That is sort of like the big picture. You know? So remember too that it is your residual income as well. Hold on, let me see. If you're not muted, can you mute yourself for me? I think that's, there you go. All right, so when you think about Shakeology and you think about the importance of the nutritional piece of it, if someone wants to be a part of your challenge group and they want to go the gym route, don't forget to still leverage the nutritional piece. So we just got word on the January promotions, which they're actually starting early. And the January promotions are as follows. If you don't know, they're listed in the Coach Online office. But they are the 21-day fix, the kickstart for the, I'm going to say it wrong, max 30. So you're going to get your refresh, you're going to get max 30, and you're going to get Shakeology for a month. And then they also have the refresh challenge pack on sale. So that basically means that somebody is getting the refresh for $10 with Shakeology. So if you have those people who are telling you, I want to join the gym, don't forget to leverage this. This is great because right after, you know, New Year's Eve, a lot of people are looking for that 3-day jump start. They're looking for the new nutritional piece of it. People are looking for exactly what you have to offer. So don't limit yourself by thinking, well, they want the gym, they don't want this, because that's really not the case. You also have a couple days left in the month to make sure you're working max 30 as an option. You know, one of the things that I really talk about with max 30 is that it has the portion control. It has the option to make sure that you can follow it along with the 21-day fixed meal plan. I talk about that a lot. I really work up the fact that it's 30 minutes today. Tabata is a really big workout in gym. People have heard about it, so they really are liking kind of getting on the bandwagon with that. So those are the challenge pack sales for January, but they've started them early. And if you guys aren't muted, I think, Jenna, could you mute for me? So if you are not yet aware of those challenge packs, go ahead and check the back office or check it over, and they're there. On January 5th, we will not have a team call. Instead, Carl Deichler is going to be talking to us in an event called The Surge. If you're a new coach and you aren't quite sure what this means, The Surge is an opportunity for you to listen live to Carl Deichler, who is our CEO. And he's going to be talking about all of the big things that are going to be happening for the year, especially in January, February, and March. They're also going to be revealing on January 5th where our 2016 Success Club trip is. If you are new, we talk about Success Club a lot. Not only is it really important to our businesses, it drives our business forward. Allie, if you can press mute, that would be great. If you are not, you know what, guys, real quick, I'm just going to go, I'm going to stop the share real quick because I have got to mute people. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay. Is that better? If you guys can give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. All right. Can you guys still hear me? Yes? Okay, awesome. All right, so the surge is going to be from, I believe, 7 to 9 Pacific Standard Time. No, 5 to 7 Pacific Standard Time. This, again, is in the back office. Thirdly, Team Beachbody Cup, it's coming. It's going to be in February. Team Beachbody Cup is an opportunity for diamond coaches to lead a team Even if you're not a diamond and you want to lead a team, you can, but you can only have one diamond per team. It's an opportunity to rack up the Success Club points and also earn cool swag, cool prizes. So start thinking about that. My big thing with these cups, right? They can be a little scary. They can be a little intimidating. You sometimes worry, well, what if I, don't get enough, or what if I let my team down? But in every case that I've seen a Beachbody Cup, businesses drive forward during the cup for sure. So there are going to be a lot of rank advancements. You're really going to step outside your comfort zone. You're really going to be inviting. And I think this comes at an amazing time because we're also going to be coming out with that Fix Extreme, which is already a very big product that people are talking about. Next, real quick, is that I would like to host on January 8th a business opportunity call. I don't mind hosting it, but if somebody's looking to get a little practice, or if somebody wants the opportunity to lead it for the Knockout Brigade, I would be more than happy to either co-lead it with you or to give the reins to you. So if you're interested in hosting this business opportunity call, it's going to be on January 8th. All right. There we go. Super Weekend. If you don't already know about it, it's going to be January 9th and 10th. You have, of course, Super Friday in Pittsburgh. If you're not in Pittsburgh, make sure that you check the back office for all of the Super Saturday locations. They're all over the country. You can definitely find a location near you. Make sure you get there. It's going to be an awesome opportunity for you to hear about all the things that are going on in Beachbody. And it's also a great chance for you to network with other coaches and hear what they're doing in their businesses and what they're successful with. If you are in Pittsburgh, it's really a weekend event. You're going to have Super Friday, and then on top of that, on Saturday morning, the Dream Team Live event is going to be held, where the top coaches on the Dream Team are going to be presenting some of their tips and tricks for their success. And then that evening, Melanie is actually hosting a Dream Team event to celebrate success in 2014 for anyone and their spouse who are interested in joining. So the tickets are listed, I believe, somewhere in the Knockout Brigade. I know Friday night is sold out, but there are still tickets available for both events on Saturday. Okay, so I forgot to list the top producers. Congratulations to Allison with 530. We also have Heather and Taylor and Dana and Kirsten. You guys are freaking rock stars. Amazing week, way to go. And I have down below listed the people as of last Thursday who had hit Success Club. And if you didn't get a chance, I sang to them into Club by 50 Cent, but we talked about being in the Success Club. So I liked doing it this way. I thought it was kind of fun. Sarah Corey, I don't know what happened, but you rocked it with 8 points. And just seriously, way to go, guys. I am planning something for the end of the month for everybody else who is added to this list as well. All right, so here, let's get into the meat of our call tonight. And really what this call is about is just getting ready for 2015, for getting ready for where you want to go. But I want you to think about this for a second. If you don't have any idea where you want to go, how are you really ever going to get there? So, for example, when you sign up as a coach and your coach says, so why are you a Beachbody coach? You know, what makes you a good Beachbody coach? And you say, I just really like health and fitness. I'm going to be honest, that's kind of the cliche answer, the answer that says, I don't really know why, and I don't really know what I want to do with it, and I don't really know if I'm going to be successful at it, but I think that's the right answer, and I'm pretty sure that's the right answer that you want to hear. So tonight, one of my challenges for you is to really start thinking about why goals matter, what I want to be able to achieve, where I am now, and where I want to be. And how can I actually become the brand that gets myself there. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to cover in this call, but I want to give some feedback from a couple other coaches. So Kirsten, if you could unmute your phone for a second. And Kirsten's just going to give us some feedback tonight about her goal setting and how she visualized it and how she was able to leave her full-time job and whatnot. So Kirsten, are you still there?
I am here.
Awesome. Can you go ahead and take the lead for a couple minutes?
Sure. So I wrote some stuff down, and I just wanted to kind of touch on just some basics of goal setting. And I, for one, was someone that, I read a lot about goal setting, and I knew that it was something that I needed to do. You hear these short-term goals, these long-term goals, and this is even before Beachbody. And I never really sat down and put my thoughts on paper and wrote it out. Maybe because I was a little bit afraid that if I wrote it down and I didn't achieve it, then I was a failure. But it really wasn't until Beachbody that I did this for myself. And there's really 7 areas. It's kind of funny because if any of you hit Success Club last month, you got the Dave Ramsey Entre Leadership book. And I was on chapter 2 today, which was about goal setting. And the one thing he says is that there's 7 areas that you need to look at, because it's not just your career. It's also, it's more than that. It's your whole life. So 7 areas include career, financial, spiritual, physical, intellectual, family, and social. And if you look at that list, some of those areas are probably really easy for you to set goals for, and some of them are a little bit challenging. And when you look at them, you may say, oh, I don't want to focus on that area because it's too hard. But it's kind of like it's a car with 4 tires is what he says. And if you have one flat tire, the car isn't going to go anywhere. And that's the way you want to look at your goals in these 7 different areas, because you want to be well-rounded in all of those areas. And you want to have a vision and these goals on paper so that you're working towards achieving what you're setting forth in all areas of your life. So when I write a goal, there's 5 things that I look at. I make sure that it's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic, and it's time sensitive. And that makes the acronym SMART. So if you can just remember SMART every time you make a goal, you will be successful at writing goals. So I wanted to give you an example, a couple of examples of goals that I wrote for myself this year. And the first one was, I resigned from my full-time job to work Beachbody full-time by November 2014. That was literally written down on a paper with that goal, with that date. And it was actually, surprisingly enough, that was exactly when it happened. And the reason it happened that way is because I wrote it down. I was specific. I'm resigning from my full-time job. It's measurable. It's measurable to see that I can resign from my full-time job based on the amount of income that I needed to make. So that's the measure there. It was attainable. It wasn't I couldn't have written that goal in the first year of my business. I wasn't able to build my business and commit enough time to it to achieve the income level that I needed to. So that goal wouldn't have been realistic if I created it the year prior. And it was time sensitive. I wrote November 2014. Another goal. I'm a 5-star Beachbody coach by November 19th, 2014. That was the cutoff date that I needed to hit in order to qualify for Elite and qualify for the 5-star bonus this year. And I hit that goal. Yes, specific and measurable, 5-star. I had to develop 5 diamonds within my team. Attainable. I needed to have enough time. I needed to have enough working coaches. I was already a 1-star, so it was attainable. It was realistic. If I would have said something like, I'm going to be a 10-star diamond coach by that date, that's not realistic. It's not attainable. I didn't have enough working coaches. My business wasn't advanced enough to say that. So, and then the last piece of that is it was time sensitive. So you want to make sure that your goals they're realistic and attainable, but you want to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You want to make sure that it makes you a little uncomfortable, which 5-star absolutely made me very uncomfortable, but it was attainable. So you want to make sure that it's within reach, and you want to, every goal needs to be written down. So you create these vision statements and you turn them into a dream board. You put pictures to it, you put timelines, you put dates, and then you put it in your face every single day, because you are constantly looking at that. And what happens is your perspective on things that come into your life at the time, you have decisions to make. And because you have those goals in front of your face, those decisions are made that will propel you towards those goals. And last, I just want to leave you with a statement that I really liked that Dave Ramsey had in his book. And it says, people with no vision simply have jobs. They exist but aren't going anywhere because they aren't aware there's anywhere to go. And I really think that speaks volumes to a lot of people in life. They're just existing. They're just living day to day. There's really no purpose. They're just working their job to make a paycheck, to pay the bills, to buy things they can't afford. No. But really, I mean, we have such a great opportunity here because we are so driven and we are so passionate about what we do. And I think that it's so important that each one of you take time to really write down what it is that you want. And most importantly, remember that this is what you want. This is not what I want as your upline. This is not what Katie wants as your upline. It isn't what any of your uplines want. You know, if someone told you, I want you to lose 30 pounds, them wanting you to lose 30 pounds is not going to get you to push play every single day. You wanting to do that is what's going to force you to push play and force you to, you know, work through the obstacles when the going gets tough. So I hope that every one of you take some time to sit down and really think about what you want to achieve in the next year, and then show it to us, make it public so that we can hold you accountable to it. That's all.
That was so awesome, Kirsten. I loved everything you said. I touched on the SMART goals for a little bit, but you really did an amazing job of describing them, especially how they worked in your business this year as well. And one of the things too that I want to talk about as well is sometimes you're going to set those goals and you're not going to meet them. And it's okay, because you're still moving forward. You're still propelling your business forward if you're striving to hit those goals. I also wanted Michalene to come on for a couple minutes to talk about how goal setting has impacted her business as well. Michalene, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, girl.
Look at me. I'm a knockout.
You are a knockout. Look at you. You're just so cute.
Yeah, I represented at Fit Club. Okay, so I was going to talk about this, but first I wanted to give Taylor and everybody else that is having the gym objection something that they can like combat that with, I guess, but it's a little bit different from what you said. So listen to Katie, but also listen to this. So as soon as she said that, I thought to myself, okay, I used to go to the gym all the time, and I even had a built-in personal trainer who is my husband. So I knew what to do, but I still didn't always do it. So I never reached the results that I wanted because it wasn't something that I had to do, I guess. So what I would do, and what I have been doing for people who have been asking about the gym thing, that say no, I think I'm going to go this route first. So what I have learned over the past couple of months is to not be afraid to ask questions. Even if you think they might delete you from Facebook for asking the question, especially if it's something you want to know. So first, Taylor, ask her why they're taking the gym route, to see exactly what it is. If it's because she needs a change of pace, or they need a different place to go to, or they want to learn different workouts, or they want a free class, or whatever it is. And then say to her, and you can sugarcoat it however is best for you. I take a very direct approach with people usually. So what I would say is just come out and be look, the gym is going to always be there. You'll always have the opportunity to rent the gym. So I've actually looked at how much they pay for the gym, and say okay, over this X amount of months, here's how much you're going to be paying. You could pay $160 at one time for the 21-day fix. So say to them, if you are willing to put that gym dream on hold for only 21 days. Like, you can still, if you don't like it, it's 100% returnable. Join a 21-day fixed group with me with the Shakeology, get your challenge pack. And if in those 21 days you don't feel and see the results that you're looking for in the new year, then go get the gym. So they still can do that in January if there's a January deal going on at the gym or whatever. But then that buys you time, and you know that they are going to see some sort of progress in those 21 days if they are following the program in your group. Like, kind of just not beg, but like give them like one last like try, like, just do this for me, like. And some people might say okay, because if you have that like extra push behind it, they're gonna wonder, like, why is she making me do this? So it might intrigue them to try it. So that's just something that I've been doing, and it's been, for the most part, I've been getting a more positive feedback than a negative from that. So it's been working for me.
Hey, Michalene, can I add something to that too? Because that was like spot on. It was so good.
Go.
So all I wanted to add is, I have been, with anyone who's on the fence, I say this. I use this phrase almost every time. I say to them, look, here's the truth. This is the honest to God truth. This method is foolproof. If you follow the meal plan and you follow the workout schedule and you check in daily, there is no maybe. There is no this might work. There's a shot this could work. This is a 100% guarantee it's going to work. And I will back that 100%. So that's what I add. And honestly, when people see that, they don't necessarily worry so much about the failure part of it, which I think people sometimes go to the gym because it's safer, because, they'll go to the gym for a few weeks, they won't see results. Oh, well, but with this, it's like, oh, it's an investment. And what if it really doesn't work? But giving them that peace of mind.
It's 21 days though. Like, you're not asking them to reconsider for March enrollment. Like, they can still get that gym membership in January if they really want to. So, I mean, that's just from what I've been seeing. And I think if you try it, it will work.
Yeah, it works.
If it doesn't, then you can come over to my house and smack me.
Just like that. But it's backed. So, I mean, it really is. I mean, it's backed up, and the company backs it 100%. You get your money back guarantee. So there's no risk in staying.
Exactly. They can return it and go to the gym and waste their time and come back to you in March anyway. So they can buy the fix, return the fix, and then rebuy the fix.
True.
But I just use that as the example because that's the shortest program right now. Like, it's 21 days.
Yeah. And it sets you up for the fix extreme too.
Oh, hells yeah, baby.
It's on. It's on. Very cool. All right, Michalene, did you have anything else to say about goal setting?
Yeah, I can add something about that, just because my experience this year was different from Kirsten's experience. So I started in February, and I wanted to advance my business quickly. So I came out of the gate like friggin' pedal to the metal, and I was doing it. So as far as goal setting for me that I've been like talking to like my team about is, yes, you want to set realistic goals. So what we have been kind of doing is short-term, midterm, long-term. So like, it's been kind of like a 30, 60, 90-day goal. And obviously maybe you have like a year goal, like you want to be 5-star elite by the end of the year, that specific date in November. But for the most part, we've been going 30, 60, 90, because then it seems like a shorter amount of time that you're reaching those specific goals. Because for me, when I started, like, I don't think I realized like what a realistic goal versus a non-realistic goal was. So I set the bar high. And then I found through taking the steps of coaching and what it takes to actually get to that point, that it doesn't always pan out the way that I expected it to in my mind. So the number one tip that I can give coaches with goal setting is to talk to your team or your coaches, like individually, your team players, the ones that you know are business builders. They're here for a reason. They have a strong why. And actually, sit down and find out their pace that they want to set for the business. So if you have 6 working business building coaches and you have the goal of being 5-star by X date, make sure that those 6 coaches have diamond dates in mind and they are striving for that. Because if they don't have a specific date in mind like you do, your chances of reaching that 5-star are slim. So at that point, okay, it's January, I have a 5-star goal of April, say, and I only have 4 coaches who have a diamond date. So what that tells you is, yes, those 2 other coaches do have the potential of getting to that, but at the time, you need to start building your team in volume. So you want to bring in more coaches. So then that way you have a better chance of hitting that goal. Because we all know, life happens, things come up. Some coaches, it might not work out for them. It's not what they thought it was. Or, they want to go full steam. And you never know till you're in the heart of it. So when you're setting those goals, I definitely think that keeping your team goals in mind is really, really important, because then that gets rid of that whole you pushing them to your goal part of it, because you're pushing yourself for your goal and you're pushing your team for their specific goal, not making them do it for your goal. So hopefully that makes sense. I said the word goal like 5,000 times now.
It did. You definitely gave some very valuable information tonight, Michalene. And absolutely, like keeping others engaged in not your goal, but understanding their goals and understanding the importance of how realistic they are, but also not being afraid to keep people accountable to them too. When you really understand somebody's why and their purpose, whether it's in your challenge groups or your own coaches, when you truly understand what they want to be able to achieve, it's okay to kind of give them a push, kind of remind them of what it is. We aren't afraid to do it in our challenge groups, so we can't be afraid to do it with our coaches as well. They're so parallel too, challenge groups and the coaching business too. They're very, very parallel in the way that they can be run. All right. So the next one that I really want to quickly just kind of talk about is that you just have to break it down, right? So if you want to be successful with your coaches and your customers, this is the bottom line. When you're setting your goals for 2015, end of the day, bottom line, this is how it works. There's 3 vital behaviors. If you want to recruit more, if you want to increase your income, if you want to become a diamond, if you want to become an emerald, the most basic thing that you have to remember you do are the 3 vitals at the very basic level. It's just inviting, it's personal development, and it's being a product of the product. If you are doing those 3 things consistently every day, over time, it compounds. What I like to add to that, though, is that when you're inviting with a purpose. So every time you are talking to someone, you shut off the idea of, this is a success club point. I need another coach to hit my goal. I need to be able to do this. Take you completely out of it. You are not even part of it. You are 100% focused on your customer or your coach. And here are the things that I ask myself. Number 1, do I know their goals? When I am signing someone as a customer, I don't throw a program at them because it's on sale. I get to know where they are, what their fitness level is, what their struggles are, what has worked for them before, what hasn't worked for them before. Do they have 5 pounds to lose and want to tone up, or do they have 50 pounds to lose? And they don't want to just be in it for a month. They have to be with you for a long haul. Knowing what challenge pack would benefit them. Can you provide specific information about your customer? If I asked you at the drop of a dime, so you sold a challenge pack, tell me about your new customer coming in. Could you tell me specifically about them? Could you tell me specifically about their goals, their why? It's the same thing. If you're building successful customers from the get-go, you're gonna build successful challengers. But you have to get rid of the idea that that customer is a success club point. You know, I get scared to say this. I don't even like talking too much about this, but I don't even look at Success Club as something I have to do. I look at Success Club as the result. I know that giving people challenge packs helps them achieve their goals, but I don't look at it as I have to hit Success Club this month. I really just look at it as Success Club is the result of inviting a lot of people, of talking to a lot of people, of helping people meet their goals. I don't struggle to meet Success Club at this point in my business because something clicked. I got it. I understood it. It wasn't the challenge pack. It wasn't the Success Club. It was 100% knowing the purpose of inviting them and knowing confidently, without a doubt, that I had something to provide that would help them. So ask yourself this honest question. Is the person you're thinking about inviting, are they a potential success story, or are they a Success Club point? If they're a potential Success Club story, the result is a Success Club point, but it's not nearly as rewarding as seeing them benefit from the program or the product. Okay, so the next piece of advice that I have for you is about branding. And I want to talk about tonight too, a little bit about, if you saw my personal page, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the hokey pokey, right? So the hokey pokey goes a little bit like this. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out. You put your right foot in, and then you shake it all about. So the reason I'm talking about the hokey pokey is, do you ever feel like you're kind of playing the hokey pokey with your business? Like you're kind of like, I want to do it and I want to be successful at it, but I'm kind of scared. And then you're like, oh, but I think I can, and I'm just going to invite one more person, but I don't have time. Oh, but it looks really pretty to be a diamond coach, and my coach keeps telling me that I have what it takes. But then I have to give up Modern Family for my Thursday nights or whatever nights it's on. So when I'm saying this, I'm asking you, do you look at your business like it's a business, or do you look at it like it's a hobby? And it goes back to everything that Michalene and Kirsten were talking about when they were talking about the goals, when they were talking about their goals. If you're serious about this being a business, let's set goals. Let's make them tangible. Let's give them deadlines. Let's make them realistic. Let's make them somewhat uncomfortable. Because if you're doing that and you're putting those goals in front of yourself every day and you're reminding yourself why you're doing it, you're connecting it back to your purpose as a coach. And all of a sudden, that little hokey pokey game we keep seeing so many coaches do, it's gone. It just doesn't exist anymore because you are all in. There's no more hokey pokey to it because you are like, I have goals. I have to meet them. I have a deadline to meet, and come hell or high water, I am going to meet that. But, and here is the big old but, which we all hate, if you don't have them connected back to a purposeful why, they're just dreams. They aren't really anything. They're not anything that you're going to be able to achieve. The goals and having them aligned to your why prevents the hokey pokey. Here's the thing. As you build your business and you start to really dive into it, you're going to start bringing coaches into the organization. There's going to be coaches who you go, man, they're going to be awesome. They're going to motivate people. They are going to crush their goals. And then all of a sudden they don't. And it's hard because you take it personal and you say, what am I doing? At the end of the day, it's all about the why. Anyone who has a big enough why is able to take those goals and say, I am in it. I am 100% committed. It's in front of my face and it's going to happen. So what happens is, and I'm staring at my goals right now, but I'm looking at them every day. And I sit at my computer and I'm looking at them and I'm looking at them and I'm going, okay, what can I do to make this happen? What can I do to make myself achieve it? And I'm reminded all of the time of what I want, of why I want it. And then all of a sudden, my mind starts to work in ways to make it happen. But they're in front of me. If I hide them in a folder and never take them out again, they don't mean anything. So I know I focus a lot on, hey, did you post your goals? Hey, do you have your boards? And I saw Katie's and Kinsley's, and I know I saw some more, but they were fantastic. But I encourage you to take another look at them and say, okay, am I being realistic? You know, am I pushing myself out of my comfort zone? Am I aligning all of those goals to my why? So how do I get there, right? So how do I change it up? I have to know myself. I have to know truly what it is I want, the type of people who are going to be successful in the Knockout Brigade, and I have to know exactly what I can provide to other people. So in order for me to be successful, I have to be confident in what I have to offer people. And that brings me to one of my last points. And I'm going to skip this page a little bit. But in 2015, there's something that I want to encourage all of you guys to do. I want you to think about your outlets. And your outlets, by that, I mean, how do you connect with people? I'm pretty sure that everyone on here connects through Facebook. But I look at Facebook in two different ways. I look at Facebook as in my personal page and groups, and I look at my like page. My like page is my business, and I run them in two kind of separate ways. For other people, it might be Instagram or Twitter. Some people are really good at fit clubs, or they're good at what's that other one? Snapchat, I think I've been hearing a little bit more about. But they are connecting, or Pinterest, or they're just really good at socializing with people outside of Facebook. I did a call on expanding your market that talks a little bit more about this, but I really thought about how can I reach more people in 2015. The way that you can reach more people in 2015 is you have to find another outlet. Facebook is good. You can do business on your personal page. I keep it very much in the sense of sharing. I don't sell because I'm trying to attract people that aren't salesy. So for me, my like page, I wanted it to be run more like a business where I wasn't afraid to talk a little bit more about the products, give a little bit more transformations. And it also reveals a little bit more about my personality. One of the things that I really talk about on my like page is not just my love and my passion for fitness and family, but I talk about my passion for fundraising. And I combine all of those things so that if people are looking for a coach or they're looking for somebody, to join a team, I might be their type of person based on what I look like on my like page. I think that it also allows for a little bit more flexibility. You can promote your page, you can run events, you can boost posts on there so that it can see more, but it can be seen more. But one of the things that I really don't tend to do is sell Beachbody. I share how Beachbody has impacted me, how it's transformed my life, how I feel about it, but I am not the kind of coach that says, I'm a Beachbody coach all of the time. In fact, if you look on my page, you will very, very rarely see me talk about being a Beachbody coach because I feel like I am that brand. I am One Fit Fighter who is able to help people through the products that Beachbody provides. So this is sometimes kind of hard to think about, especially if you're new to coaching or, you're just thinking about how you can help a couple people. But I really want you to think about how you're different and what makes you unique and what you're passionate about. It might be that you're really good in the kitchen. It might be that you love desserts and you're going to try to clean them up. It might be that you're a runner. It might be that you're a tough mudder. It might be that you are a mom that is always on the go and you kind of come up with these creative ways to take these awesome meals and always have them in a sack ready to go and serve. There has to be a piece of you that makes you different than other people. And it's sometimes hard to think, well, what is that? What is it about me? But go beyond the idea of, I am a coach because I like health and fitness. What else is it about you that somebody would be attracted to, that they would be looking for? And I also think with anything, when you're starting another social media outlet, you have to be consistent with it. And you have to believe 100% that the product and the opportunity and you yourself as a coach is the best option for somebody else. If you do those things, you're going to have success, not just in your Facebook personal page, but whatever other outlet you have. I've learned a lot about the like page. I've only been using my like page for about 6 months, maybe, but I've seen a difference in my business since I've been using it. And I would be more than happy to talk to you guys or host a call about running a like page. But if your only outlet is going to be Facebook, you really want to make sure you're thinking about what your other outlet might be. That's really all that I wanted to say, except for I want to finish with this. And Deidre, who is my success partner in our emerging leaders group, she posted this today, and I changed it around for me a little bit, but I thought, yeah, that's really, really a key idea. And she basically was saying that you are your brand, right? So she said, I want you to start out today by branding yourself. Have you started to think about 3 to 5 things that you are passionate about that you can share on social media to attract people like you to you? One of the most awesome things is when you find people that want your help and you can grow that instant bond with them because of all you have in common. And it's true. She definitely made a good point. There are people that I'm very connected with on my team because I'm like them. And this is exactly how people come to you rather than someone else, because they feel that connection, that commonality between you two. So for example, and I want you to think about your own posts when you read this. I post a lot about being a mom. I post a lot about teaching. I post a lot about fundraising, laughing. I love working out. And I talk about my struggles to eat clean. So you are not going to see on my wall, I am a Beachbody coach. And if you sign up with me, you get a $25 cash back. My website is blank. Blah. Ugh. But, and like Deidre, I will admit that this is exactly what I used to do before I found customers and challengers that I can help. You will notice when you go right from the kill, there is no connection, no building relationships, and it's all salesy. And guys, that's not the knockout brigade. That's not our style. That's not how we roll. So when I started posting about my life, my journey, and things I love, I gained followers and people with the same common interest as me. Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy to do. So when you're thinking about your goals for 2015, part of those goals should absolutely be, what is your outlet and are you branding yourself? So my call to action before we leave for the night is very basic. It's this. What are 3 to 5 things that make you uniquely you? Absolutely, fitness can be one of them, but you are not just a health and fitness coach. You have to be more than that. What is your 2015 outlet? So I know it's going to be Facebook personal page, but I also want to know, because I want to keep you in mind. I want to think about, all right, who on our team is going to be strong in this department, whether it's fit clubs or whether it's, Instagram or whatever. what is going to be your 2015 outlet, and how are you going to be consistent with it? Your like page doesn't get built overnight, but if you say, I'm going to do a like page, and you do it for 2 weeks and then you stop, your like page is never going to pick up. It's never going to have a lot of people. It takes time and it takes consistency to develop any one of these outlets, whatever it's going to be. But I want to know what your outlet's going to be. And then lastly, I want you to also tell us what personal development you are going to start the 2015 year with. Sound good? All right, so questions. Let's talk about anything you guys want to know. So I'll go back to, I'm guessing if you guys have questions, it might be about the like page. So all you need to do is click unmute. But if you have any other questions, speak up, because this is a great opportunity to just have a call and share what you guys know, or what's working for you, or what you're struggling with, or whatnot. So go ahead and unmute if you have questions. Or just put on a big smile on your face and look like you're really excited to be here with me. I love you. This is me, loving on you, kissing your face. What you got? Taylor, you look like you're ready to ask a question.
You know me, I always have like 65 in my head.
I know this.
Okay, so I have a blog that I'm terrible at because it takes a lot of time to sit down and write blog stuff for me. So do you think a like page is better for someone who's busier?
So not necessarily. This is my suggestion for the blog. If blog is going to be your outlet, you want to blog. What I have found is 2 to 3 times a week. And I also, it didn't pick up for about a year. So the blog is picked up now a lot, but you also want to get it out as much as possible on social media. With blogging though, Taylor, this is my suggestion with it. If you're good with words, I would definitely go a blog route. But what I do is if I have an idea, I put it in my phone. Like I write it down in my phone.
Okay.
And I just come back to those ideas. Because what I found when I started my blog is that I would have these great ideas and I would get busy throughout the day, or I would be teaching throughout the day, and I wouldn't be able to blog it. And then I would forget what I had. So bullet point things. I also find that a lot of times my blog ideas come to me whenever I'm working out as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, feedback about workouts is wonderful.
Yeah, because I think that's what I struggle with is like, what do people actually want to read in a blog that they're not reading in everyone else's blog?
But you have to remember that people find you based on exactly what I was talking about with your brand. So for you, if you know the 3 things that you're passionate about and you love, so maybe like for someone like Erin, it might be photography and talking about photography. But for you, Taylor, it might be, you know, your passion for the LLS.
Mm-hmm.
But incorporating those 3 things together.
Okay.
And it's not that it's the same as other coaches, because remember too, a lot of times when people are Google searching and they're looking for you, they're not using the same keywords as other coaches are using.
Yeah. I need to go back and watch your and Mike's call again.
About blogging?
Yeah, just like, I think like the keywords and stuff like that, I just need to like get more comfortable with, because I mean, I'm happy that you just said it took you like a year to get it going, because I feel like I put too much pressure on myself.
No, but if you do decide to go that route, you want to make sure that you just set goals for yourself to consistently make sure you're doing it. And that's like any outlet that you choose.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Anyone else? Questions? None?
Can I give a little shout out?
Yeah.
While we were on this call, Katie Isaac signed her first coach.
Yay, Katie Isaac! Way to go, girl! Congrats. That's exciting. That is awesome. Congratulations. Very cool.
Thank you. Motivation from all of you ladies. It's killer. I love it. I was just talking to Taylor before. Like, it's just awesome to be surrounded by so many positive people. And just, yeah.
It is pretty cool.
Quick question about your like page. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. How long did it take you to set it up? I mean, because Facebook's pretty easier to navigate than a blog.
Yeah.
So what was your like setup time?
Yeah. The setup time was very basic. It really was maybe like an hour or two.
Oh, okay.
But the other thing is too, I ran mine, I think, as a public figure. You can decide to run it as an organization or whatnot. It really doesn't matter. I believe I run mine as a public figure when I went into it. And honestly, you just sort of play around with it. You kind of make it look a little bit presentable, and then you just start inviting your friend list. And then what I did from there was I really asked my friends to ask their friends. And then I would always do things like promote for likes, and not promote financially, but I would say things like, all right, I will be giving away a Shakeology Shaker Cup when I hit 200 likes. And I just grew it from there. But I know mine's a little different because a lot of mine was about my fight too with cancer. But I believe firmly that if you have a strong understanding of those 3 to 5 things that make you unique, you too can really start building up those likes.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
No problem. Anything else?
Hey, Katie, can you hear me?
I can.
Hey. Okay, so we're driving. Where are we? Pennsylvania. I think I'm in Pennsylvania. We're on a road trip. Anyways, yeah, crazy. Didn't something change with the Facebook like pages? Is there a new? I don't know. I saw something about it that it was going to be harder for business people because of their change. Do you know anything about that?
It actually, I think, is the other way around. It's harder for people who have personal pages, I believe. But, as long as and I tell people this, if you're just posting a picture of insanity and saying, buy this product, you come off as salesy. But if you're sharing your story, if you're sharing it, and holding a picture of you doing, max 30 or whatever, it's very different. In the case of businesses, no, not really. I haven't really seen that. I think it's more when people are using their personal pages for like really coming out and showing businesses.
Hey,
Thank
Katie.
you.
Cool.
Yep, thanks.
Katie, can you hear me?
Hi. I can. Hi, Heather.
Hey, I just wanted to add something to that. I got an email from them about my like page or something that said they were just reevaluating all of the titles, I guess. I don't know,
Okay.
like from public figure to community to coach or whatever, and they were reassessing titles. So like if you notice, because mine changed, because I had mine as public figure or person of interest or something like that, and they changed it to a community page.
Okay.
So just if anybody notices that that's changed on their page, it happened without me doing it.
Oh, I wonder too if that has something to do with like amount. How many likes do you have? Do you know?
466.
Yeah. So is that one you use that pretty regularly, right?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah, you do. You are pretty consistent with that. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that. I haven't noticed anything, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd mention it.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Heather. Anyone else? All right, so what I'm going to do is in the Knockout Brigade, I am actually going to post our call to action, and I would love for you guys to comment below, think about this call, think about the things that Kirsten and Michalene threw out at you, what your outlets are, like how you want to reach more people. I know a lot of people are in Pittsburgh who are on our team, and this was just a little statistic. When people tell me like, I just don't know who else to invite, or they're already working with coaches. I think back to what my mentor at Beachbody told me, and I might have mentioned this last week too. He said, Katie, for as many coaches that are in Pittsburgh, he said, do you realize that only 2.4% of the population are in any way affiliated? The Pittsburgh population are affiliated with Beachbody. of a graph of all the adults in the Pittsburgh area, only 2.4% are affiliated with our company, which says to me, we have a lot of work to do. You know, there's a lot of people we can reach out to, but we can't just focus on Facebook as being our only outlet. So with that kind of being said, I've got nothing else for you guys. I want you to have an amazing week. I can't wait to shout out some Success Club earners. And I'm excited to be done with this year because I am ready for it to be over and I am ready to just hit the ground running with you in 2015, guys. So have a great night and a wonderful New Year's Eve and be safe. And I love you all. That is all. I love you.